Flynn and Tom Hayes. All right, Phil, that benchmark yield took off when the jobs report was released for January. Equities are absorbing it very nicely today. But what could shake the markets as we get closer to the Fed meeting?
I think just more uncertainty and fear more than anything. Because, listen, I think today's market reaction after the initial sell-off and the initial concern that good news is bad news and higher yields means a scarier economy is going to go on. But I think it's going to be good old-fashioned inflation. Look at these energy prices. Look at a potential war, between the Ukraine and Russia. Those are the things that are overhanging the market. As far as the Fed is concerned, I think the volatility that we're seeing is pricing that in. And I think you're seeing a shakeout between the good stocks and the bad stocks. And Mark Zuckerberg, it looks like he's lost his way, but some of these other players in that space seem to be navigating the waters quite well right now.
We got some breaking news, guys, and I want to hear your response on this. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will become interim Fed Reserve Chair on Saturday because it wasn't a sure thing. He did, of course, appear before Congress, ensuring continuity and leadership as the U.S. central bank, while his renomination by U.S. President Joe Biden does await Senate action. Okay, I'm looking at the NASDAQ, still up about 316 points. Tom Hayes, your response. He now has a free and clear runway to start hiking rates. And with this jobs number that was so unbelievable, a gain of 467,000 jobs in January, he's got to do it, doesn't he? Market reaction, what do you think?
He certainly does, and that's good continuity for the market. With the average hourly earnings up 5.7% year on year, it gives him the green light to start to take away the punch bowl just as the party's getting started. Unfortunately, I know that you're a hockey fan, Liz, like me, so we want to look at where is the puck going. We've seen a lot of excitement around banks and energy stocks. If you remember, I was on your show in fall of 2020 buying banks and energy stocks. Now that they're all up double and triple, everyone wants them. So I think that might be getting a little bit crowded in the short term. And Phil knows this better than anyone. We could get a watered down Iran deal in the coming weeks or months that would potentially add 1.8 million barrels a day back into the market if we get any de-escalation with Russia. So what are we looking for? Where is the puck going? We're looking at biotech, which has been left for dead. It's doing quite well today. The earnings power of the top 30 weights is down 0.5% since November, but the sector is down 37%. Liz, there are over 100 biotech stocks now trading at a discount to the cash on their balance sheet. We think this dislocation is temporary, and we think that recovery is going to be robust.
Well, if you wanted the whole basket of them, you got this XBI, as you say, the biotech spider, and it is jumping about 2% right now. Phil, as we look at some of these names that have really struggled, and I'm talking Meta. Meta today just has a tiny gain of under 1%. Doesn't appear like there are a few bargain hunters here picking up this stock.
I think Meta is the problem. I don't think it's the entire sector. I mean, you look at TikTok, you look at what's happened with Amazon, and these other stocks are okay. I think this is a Mark Zuckerberg problem, right? For some reason, they tried to. They knew there were problems when they changed the name from Facebook to Metaverse. They knew that they had to make major changes. That was probably a sign to us that things aren't going so well at the camp. And a guy who used to be so innovative and ahead of the curve seems to be slipping behind the curve, despite all the money. And of course, they're getting a lot of criticism by users too, because of their politics right now, what's going on. So I don't think that's helping them at all. I think they are ripe for competition, and the competition right now is slapping them, back and forth.
Yeah, I think so. And you'll hear about Unity in just a second. They, too, didn't seem to have any trouble with the Apple privacy situation that Facebook did mention. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Tom Hayes, Phil Flynn. Check the NASDAQ up 317 points.